And we are going to go back into this, and we are going to try to defeat Lulu this time because we skipped her last time, and I guess that wasn't the right answer. Rito said so. Alright, and so we're back into it. Alright, we're going to go into the power. And we are playing Leona, just to remind people. Slow but Steady is actually pretty good here. Slow and Steady helps a lot of her spells. And we're going to go into the Sparring Student. They have no power. I don't think they start with any mana, just off the top of my head. So, should be free win. We'll see. I will not enjoy my scrolls, thank you very much, because I don't have Spell Shield, damn it. We'll drop down the Solari Soldier. We have the attack token, so it's broken on our attack. And we were lucky enough to get the Shield Bearer on our defensive turn. And they're a moron for trying to attack with a 1-1 Sparring Student. Which is fantastic for us. And here we'll use Zenith Blade on our Shield Bearer, which doubles the Zenith Blade. And we'll be using our Shield Bearer to block the Blade as well, that they summoned with their Blade Dance on the Ribbon Dancer. And we'll be attacking with both units, forcing them to block. The other reason why I like to skip this is because we're in Bilgewater in terms of like the board, and yet this takes place in Ionia. Go figure. It changed after a certain patch, and they just haven't changed it back yet. Since we have Zenith Blade doubling itself, we were almost immediately able to level up our Leona. And so we're going to attack, and we are guaranteed the victory. Yeah, I think it's kind of weird too, like they didn't switch it back. It's kind of like a little tiny pet peeve in my opinion. Okay, and we are going to pick our Silent Shadows here. And hopefully get the same cheese that we did the other day. Alright, and here we have a bunch of random cards. I think I'll go for Aphelios, since he seems to be fun right now. And we are going to go up, not against the Fae Blade Twirler, that was a joke. Haha, we're going to go up against the Puffcat Pup, because it's so easy to beat. And we are going to replace most of our hand. And we're going to keep the Mountain Goat. We'll drop down the Solari Soldier here. And we'll be attacking with it as well. If you're new here, feel free to say hi in the chat. I don't mind talking to people. I don't bite. All the time. We'll drop down our Mountain Goat here, which does bite all the time.
What?
I don't know if you guys could hear Bubbles in the background or not, but...
I heard that.
Oh, she's frustrated now.
How dare you?
We'll drop down our Shield Bearer. And we'll be attacking with all 3 units. And we will be holding our 1 mana and not using that gem. Okay, they dropped down a Puff Cap Pup. What we are going to do is drop down the Blind Mystic, buff any of our units, and negate the Quick Attack and the Strike passive that they have. And thankfully, we didn't draw any mushrooms, and we'll be attacking with all of our units, guaranteeing us another victory. Yet again. Okay, we almost... We can get something going with the flight, perhaps. Super Cool Star Chart also gives us some pretty nice cards, too. And with it having Hextech Fabricator, too, it actually helps us a lot, because since we are underleveled, we don't have that many items on our cards. So you can kind of see where I'm coming from. And we're going to go up against the Kelp Maidens, because we don't have any other choice. And we will be replacing our 2 3-cost cards. And we are forced to pass because we don't have a 1-cost card. We'll drop down our Sunhawk here. And get some early Daybreak cards off. Here we'll drop down Aphelios. Although we didn't use his Nightfall, so we don't get a Moon Weapon in hand. We'll be attacking with both units. Unfortunately, we do lose our Burb. But we take one of their units with us. We'll drop down Leona here.
Daylight breaks on the battlefield. Glorious light rains down.
Okay, and now we'll block with Leona as well. We'll still take 1 damage because their Stone Stacker has impact. And here we have 2 options. We could use Sunburst, but we'll be kind of wasting it. So we'll just use Ravon instead. And we'll be attacking with these 2 units. We will not be attacking with Aphelios. The reason for that is because if we did, the... Oh, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Therefore, 4 unit would take our Aphelios. Okay. And here, we'll use Sunburst. This does double it, in fact, which levels up Leona. The 1 copy of it does get wasted. But that's okay. We'll block accordingly. We'll take both of their units down. Kinda, maybe. Unless they decide to do anything. They decided not to, which I'm very grateful for. We do get another Leona, and this is where things get pretty cool. We'll drop down this Lori Shieldbreaker because we do have rub on. We do lose Infernum, which is okay. I'm just kind of hoping that we can use Leona's Morning Light here to really get things going. And here we go. We doubled up Morning Light. Which then does 4 stuns. So we're getting back into breaking the game, basically. You know what they say, not all powers are created equal. We're pretty much unaffected by everything that they do from now on, and we just kind of win. It's kind of crazy to see how much just that one power will do for us, though. It does have a great effect. Yeah, I know. Yeah, so it'd be smacking everything. We're going to go for the Sun Guardian here. It is kind of expensive. But it's going to be a 5-cost card with Daybreak. That's going to be a pretty big unit, too. I don't need a reroll. And we're going to go into the shop. These are all actually okay. I don't have any issues with any of these cards, really. We're going to go for some Blessed Vigor. We're going to get 2 of these. Grasp of the Undying is actually pretty good because it heals our Nexus for 8. And we're also going to go for Parallel Convergence. Since we have slow spells double, this is fantastic. We're going to have 2 ephemeral copies of each ally start an attack. So if we have 3 units, we should have 6 things attacking. In theory. Now, if it doesn't work that way, that's okay too. We'll find out. We're going up against Fizz. Both of us get refilled spell mana. This is like a perfect hand. I guess this is how the game rewards me for going up against Lulu. It's going to punish me later with all the squirrels. We'll be dropping down the Solari Soldier. Oh, they use their Trixie Tentacles to get rid of our Solari Soldier. We'll use Super Cool Star Chart. We're not able to do much here. We'll go for Moonglow, though. Now, of course, they attack with their Elusive Fizz. Why wouldn't they? And here we'll drop down our Shadows here. And we'll use Moonglow on it as well. Actually. We'll use Super Cool Star Chart. And we'll go for the Serpent. We'll drop down the Serpent. Okay. I was trying to make them use their mana, because they have 5 mana, and they have a spell. So, chances are that they would make Fizz elusive by doing this, if they decided to. They didn't, though.
I've never met anyone like you.
And we don't have unit advantage here because of that. But I think in general that was an okay play. It's not like the best, it wasn't the worst either. We'll be using Zenith Blade. And buffing the 1 unit that we do have. That, of course, draws us another Zenith Blade. And our Zenith Blade does get doubled. Now I would use Playful Trickster if I was them. But they didn't. Fizz is a 1 cost though, so I guess that makes sense. And here we can pick and choose our favorite weapon. So, out of these, we're going to go with Calibrum,
Embrace the night, Aphelios.
which will be useful for our next turn. Since we have Slow but Steady, this is going to double itself, as well as Parallel Convergence. So, we're going to use Calibrum first, and we are going to take out their Kelp Maiden. And now, we're going to go for Severum. And Severum again. They are using pranks here, so that's something for us to be weary of. Fortunately, they didn't prank the card that we're planning on using this turn, which is fantastic. We'll be using Parallel Convergence, and we'll see how this does whenever it doubles itself. Oh, I like that quite a bit. I think I broke the game again.
Currents keep me. You'll be sorry.
Sunward.
I'm sorry.
Warriors in.
Yeah, that was great. I like how that interacts. Yeah, I know.
Keep faith, Aphelios, and we will find our...
Apparently, even the game thinks Aphelios speaks too much and cut him off. Okay, so now we are going to go for a Spell Shield, but it doesn't matter because Lulu pretty much only transforms followers, right? Yeah. What does his spell do? Oh, that's kind of lame. I guess we'll reroll this once more, and we'll go for Foresight Alteration on Leona. And we're going to go into the power. And we'll reroll these too. I like Quick Draw, we'll go for Quick Draw. Alright, and we have a ton of gold, but Swole Squirrel is a pain in the ass in a really strong fight. So we'll go up against the Twisted Catalyzer, which I almost always fight. If you're watching and new to Path of Champions, feel free to ask any questions. I'll try my best to answer. And feel free to say hi or something in the chat. I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can.
Hi.
Bubble says hi. Well, we do have a 0-cost Solari Soldier, which is very tempting, but we won't be able to utilize the Daybreak.
Ours is the one true light.
However, we will activate Daybreak. And we have yet another tough decision. We'll go for the Shield Bearer.
Unyielding light.
We'll attack with both.
Punish transgressions.
We'll be using Sunblessed Vigor to give our Solari Soldier 2 more health, which then lets him bait and defeat our enemy.
Only I can command darkness. Only I.
They drop down their namesake card. We'll drop down the Sunhawk. And we'll end the round there. Here we'll drop down Sun Guardian.
Rabadon. Rabahoo.
And
Devotion to battle. Smooth brain fall.
we'll attack with all of our units, getting rid of a couple of them and doing quite a bit of damage.
Big head, big brain.
Absolutely love the voice lines on this one. We'll drop down Leona.
To shine like the sun, you must burn like it. Daylight breaks on the battlefield. Bask in the light's radiance.
Okay, they use the darkness and absolutely pulverize our poor soldier. But they could have done that to Leona, so I don't understand. I guess I'll be passing.
I am here until I am no more.
Since they do have the biggest darkness in the world, we are going to attack. And that was a joke. It does get stronger, obviously. But still. Alright, so we are going to be using Sun Blessed Vigor to save our Sun Guardian. And we'll pass. We almost have them beat, which is great. We'll drop down the Blinded Mystic, we will heal our Sun Guardian, and silence the Twisted Catalyzer. The fact that they decide not to use their darkness really astounds me. I apologize for coughing. We have both of the options here available to us. Neither of the options are bad. Realistically, I think we'll go for a Sun Guardian.
Sacred guardian fueled by holy light.
I guess Rayvon would have been better because of it always being day. But I guess it doesn't matter. True. Alright, well, we'll drop down Ayula, and we'll give Spell Shield to our Sun Guardian.
After this is done.
So they'll have to at least try to use 2 darknesses against it. I think it's just not coded right, because, what, isn't darkness like a 2 damage spell normally? I'm guessing, I don't play it. I haven't seen it in a while, so I don't know for sure, but it might just be coded wrong.
Light rains down.
Finder sharers.
Yep, and we'll drop down Morning Lights, which means everything is going to be a Giga Chad, with all the stat buffs and all the stuns. And we hope you guys like that animation, because this is now the Shuriman movie. Basically.
Sunlight blinds.
You know, I think they could stall out games by making this animation a little bit longer. I don't think it's long enough. Anyways, we're going to win.
Sun's glory.
Because they only have 1 unit to block us with, because we just stunned 5 of them, basically. So, yeah.
Daylight everlasting.
Okay, and now our Zenith Blade gets to be a whole lot better. True. Well, I mean, at least whenever we play Leona, I think the sun rises quite a bit. More than once, for sure. Oh, we're going to have a lot of fun here. You guys are about to see something amazing. Oh, and this is brilliant, too. Alright. So, I would normally go for the champion item chest here. And not go for the shop. But I really want to use the Mirror Mage that we get to really make our slow spells do a lot more than it already does. Because I don't think we have enough animations going on. And I don't think we're getting enough stats. We're still in the normal level of stats, so room to grow. We will drop down the Solari Soldier. The only issue is that we don't have that many created spells, so maybe the Mirror Mage won't work as I intended to, but we'll find out.
This mama is a beast mama.
We'll drop down the Solari Sunhawk, which will stun their Mirror Mage. This is their attack turn. They don't have anything that has any power. And we'll drop down our Zenith Blade, and we'll find out how this works. I think because it's slow but steady, it would double it. And it did. Alright. So now we actually have 3 Zenith Blades every time we use 1 Zenith Blade. That's pretty good. We'll attack with just our Mirror Mage here. I kind of don't want this to end as fast as normal.
Something to reflect upon.
Here we'll drop down our Leona.
I am the bulwark against darkness. The power of the immortal sun. Behold the sun's holy light.
And perhaps next turn we'll get to see the Targon movie, I guess. Okay, they did a bunch of junk. That doesn't matter to me. And we're going to keep the 1 spell mana.
Like what you see.
And now it's time to show them what Zenith Blades can do. Unfortunately for us, we didn't get
From the sun.
another Leona drawing. If we did, that would be fantastic and what we're aiming for, because it will double Morning Light. Same with if we get Parallel Convergence. But I guess at that point we'd have too many units on the field. But technically it would spawn like, I think 12 units. Something like that. It depends on how many units I have, of course. We'll use Brothers Bond here and try to force us to draw Leona. Well, that's kind of unlucky in a way. I almost don't want to end this, but we're going to attack here anyways. Unfortunately, this does end it. They decided not to block.
Our deeds will be written in the heavens.
Oh well. We couldn't get to experience the Giga Chad units. That's alright. We'll go for Hush that has Summoner's Stone because I like free champions. Who doesn't? Sunburst is okay too. We don't have enough gold for Rally. So yeah, we'll just go for the upgrade on Sunburst. We'll go to the healer. Nothing to really do here. For the most part, I actually like all these cards. Yeah. There's nothing I intend to cut, because it all kind of works together. And now we're going to go up against Lulu,
Meet you.
and I'm not very pleased to meet her. Hey, we finally got our Parallel Convergence. A little late on that one, but that's okay. It's there for moral support this time, perhaps. It is turn 1. We didn't get any of our 1-cost units. So we'll be using Aphelios' spell to pick a weapon. And we'll go for Crescendum.
Stop eating or no more walkies.
Patrol 1, Patrol 2, Patrol 3.
And here we'll drop down the Solari Sunhawk. And we'll end the round there. And now we can have a little bit of fun. We'll drop down Crescendum. And we'll phase in Severum.
Lou, I made a familiar. Oh, whoa, behave. Who's a hungry little munchkin?
And we'll be attacking with the 2 new units that we got. And just try to deal some damage to them. And we'll end the round there.
Where did it go? Slow down.
And here we'll drop down Leona.
The power of the immortal sun.
If we drop down the Sun Guardian on this turn, it'll be turned into a squirrel forever, basically. That's one of the biggest problems with going up against Leona. Or sorry, going up against Lulu.
Focus.
Our disarm power is really doing work here, since they have a lot of low power units in general. We'll use Brothers Bond here, and we'll buff the Sunhawk and Leona. And then we'll follow it up with Parallel Convergence. Unfortunately, we did have too many cards, and it would summon 9 cards normally.
Oh, he likes you.
They are forced to block with all of their units, and they lose almost all their units. They have to recall their Lulu. And they won't be able to summon her back onto the field because she costs 3.
Call the reinforcements.
Bye, Glow.
Not that kind
And now we're going to do our actual attack and end the game. Just kidding. I thought we'd actually do more damage to their Nexus during the Parallel Convergence. It's okay, we have one more round. We'll be using Hush, silencing Lulu, and that gives us a champion. We got Zillion, which is okay. Not the best, not the worst. And we'll drop down Aphelios. Why not? And here we'll go for Gravitum.
As darkness falls, the moon rises.
And we'll drop down our Squirrel. Okay, for fun, we're going to drop down Leona's Morning Light, and it will double, of course. And that levels up our Leona.
Shine like the sun, you must burn like it.
And now we have the other Morning Light. So now we have a bunch of stuns going out. 4 stuns, in fact. And we will be ending it here.
To me.
For sure. They only have 1 card left, 3 mana. It's kind of over. I'd say that went pretty well. We got lucky on our powers for sure. And I think we kind of... I think we made the right choices. especially whenever it came to evaluating our powers. And we got lucky with getting parallel convergence, among other things. We also got Ness on it this time too, which is great. And we're up to level 7 now as well.